All right. We are live.
Hey, get in here. Dallas is about to start.
Okay, so in the chat, guys, I've put the link to generate a bingo card, and you can play along with us to this episode tonight, bingo. And so it's just going to be like a regular bingo. So straight across, up and down, or diagonal will be a full bingo. And it's basically turning our drinking game into bingo. So if something happens in the episode that corresponds, say, for instance, there's a really windy scene at South Fork, and the card says wind. You'd mark that one. Welcome to the Ewing Barbecue, where Mama's had enough fighting in this house, so watch out. My name is Mary.
This is Sarah.
And I'm Josh, y'all. I'm out here at South Fork Range. No, I don't know. I've been hitting the bourbon.
Oh, okay.
I'm Melanie, and that explains a lot, actually, Josh.
Not as much as
Cheers.
you think.
I would like to give a quick shout out to our Patreon members: Brendan Phillip, Captain America, Marie Johnson, Michael Jung, Jason Carter, Laura Bernheim, Brad Mulholland, Anita Wren, and Kristen Carlano. Thank you so much. As usual, you guys are awesome. And
Cheers.
if you haven't been on there in a while, you should go log in, because I've been updating some new things on Patreon. I added a new section, which is called Archive. And basically, I'm uploading things we do not own the copyright to. I'm not saying we own this copyright at all. It's just an archive of things like that I may have found on YouTube or other places, where it's cast doing singles, because a lot of them recorded songs in the 80s, and they're kind of hilarious.
Cheesy.
So there's I have some Patrick Duffy music videos. There's a Charlene Tilton music video. There's several that I uploaded. I'm going to keep doing that, because I think that it's going to be a fun place to just have like one central location you could go be amused with Dallas.
Did Victoria Principal sing with Andy Gibb at one point too? Is that going to be?
Yes.
They dated.
They did sing a song. They
did?
sang a duet. I think they sang a version of All I Have to Do Is Dream.
Oh,
Remember the Everly Brothers song?
Yeah. And I would like to give a shout out to Tay, who sent us an email through our website. And so Tay, thank you. It took me a while to get back to you, but they were the inspiration for doing this, because they told me about the Dallas Annual by Marvel Grand Dreams, which was something that came out in the UK, which had like a bunch of stuff like that. And so yeah, that's pretty cool. And sent me some of the links. And so thank you. And also shout out to everyone who's bought Dallas stickers so far. I hope you got them in the mail safely. And those of you who are interested in other ones, just check out our show notes or our webpage and order yourself some stickers.
I literally just Venmo'd you $10 and said, can you send me some stickers? Yeah.
Okay. They're coming.
I am wearing the first and actually at the moment only Ewing Barbecue Podcast baseball hat.
Yeah, and if anybody is interested in those, like, let us know, and then if you are, we'll make it happen. We just don't have the resources right now to do it, but let us know, and we'll make it.
Let's see. Josh Henderson is back on Cameo. If anyone wants a recorded video, anyone with birthdays, anniversaries, or special events. Cherie Wilson recorded a special greeting for Ultimate Dallas, which we'll be cross-posting the next day or two, talking about the cruise that is coming up with herself, Charlene Tilton, Linda Gray, and Christopher Atkins, going from Vancouver in Canada all the way down through British Columbia and all the way down to Los Angeles, the 3rd of October to the 7th of October. And at one point, Cherie was not sure, but there was a rumor that Morgan Brittany was going to be in the list, but that has not, that's not happening. Anyone in the Dallas area on the 28th at 6 p.m. of September at the Rustic. Farrah Fawcett Foundation is going to be hosting a fundraiser called the Tex-Mex Fiesta, hosted by Jacqueline Smith, Alana Stewart, and Linda Gray. So she will be there, and then she'll be bopping up to the cruise. So she's a busy woman. Again, Chiller Theater in New Jersey, which we were at in April. This time they have Barbara Carrera, who played Angelica Nero, Patty McCormick, who played Evelyn Michelson, and Deborah Renard, our own Sly Lovegren, will be there at the end of October. That's the last weekend of October. And I'm still waiting on details for the event in Salem with Omri Katz, the weekend of the 20th and 21st for anyone that is of October, that anyone that is in the Massachusetts area. I know we have Amy Hara, who's out there. She's probably going to be going as well. Anyone else in the Massachusetts area, New England, wants to drive up to Salem? If you do drive to Salem, park in Beverly and take the train in, because Salem in October is a witch's nightmare. Full pun intended. Oh, wait, a quick fly through birthdays. Linda Gray turned 83 on September 12th. I'm just doing this again because
day older
we
than
had
40.
Right.
That's true. And she really is 40. And I did not have the list down in Florida with me last week. So Mary Crosby, 64 on September 14th. Shalane McCall, 51 on the 16th.
Oh my God.
George Chakiris, 89 years old on September 16th. Morgan Woodward would have been 98 on the 16th. Don Starr would be 106. Old Jordan Lee.
Wow.
Our beloved Larry Hagman, 92. He would be on the 21st, which is tomorrow.
Happy birthday to you.
Martha Scott, who played Patricia Shepard, was born September 22nd, 1912, so she'd be 111.
The old
Wow.
bitch.
Beth Toussaint, who played Tracy Lawton,
Sorry.
61 on September 25th. Robert Ackerman, who
Robert
he was
Ackerman.
born 1938, September 25th. And September 26th, Jonathan Goldsmith, the most interesting man in the world, is going to be...
Also known as Bruce Harvey. That's so funny to me.
I do,
He's a 5 years old.
love him, but why is he known as that? Did I miss this? I guess I did. Or just,
He's the Dos Equis man, isn't he?
Dusaki's guy. Yeah.
Yeah.
The most
Stay
interesting
thirsty,
man
my
in the world.
friends.
oh, I thought you meant actual, like,
And
No,
he
never
also
mind.
played one of the guys that killed Jeff Faraday in
Oh,
the
yeah,
previous
yeah.
season.
Oh, right. Yeah.
That's before he went legit.
Right.
Right.
no one ever goes
And
legit.
Joel Fabiani, who played Alex Ward, was September 28th, 1936. And that's it for now.
Cool.
And Josh will be 51 on Tuesday the 26th. And my son,
Happy
Anthony.
birthday, Josh.
Yes. Happy birthday. And
21 again.
my son will be 21 on Tuesday. That's a scary, scary thought. But he already has a gun, so that's okay. The army.
God.
Yeah, you can't buy a beer or smoke a cigarette, but you can have a gun when you're 18. So yeah. He's
Good.
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 Exercise your right to vote, by the way.
Yes. Yes.
I
Very
got a big gun. No.
Oh.
So before we get into the episode, just another reminder, new people in the chat, because this is a live episode that we're recording, by the way, tonight with an audience in our Facebook group. We are playing Dallas Ewing Barbecue Bingo. So we're
It's a
changing
mouthful.
our regular drinking game into a bingo game. So I left the link to Bingo Baker in the chat. So click on it, make yourself a card, and then it's pretty easy. If something happens in the episode that relates to one of the cards, for example, like it wouldn't, because I made these for almost any episode, but there's ones that are like
Silently emoting.
yeah, silently emoting. If Miss Sally silently emotes and you see it on the card, check it off. If you're not sure, use your best judgment. This isn't that serious of a game, but we'll be getting out surprises for this. So depending how quickly we go through these, we could have 1 or up to 5 for this. So
And I have a card, and if I win, I will give my prize away to the first person that comments in our live feed and says Takapa. If you heard that, if you say Takapa in capital letters, it's going to be all capital letters, Takapa. Then I'll give my prize to you if I win.
The winner actually has to drink a shot for every unchecked box.
Hello.
and if you're playing a drinking game, actually, I mean, Godspeed. And we are not liable in any way, shape, or form.
Yeah, you tell me I'm
Entertainment
liable.
purposes only.
You have to do a shot for every unchecked box on your card that is left if you win.
Don't tell my husband that.
Awesome. So also, those of you who are in our studio audience, we're going to be going through the episode. If you have a comment to add, please add it, and then we'll talk about it. So that would be great. Okay, tonight we are talking about Season 6, Episode 12, Episode 115 of the series, Barbecue 3.
I'm very attracted to you.
You're in partnership with JR. Now, did you bring me out here for some kind of romantic romp? Is this something that he set up for me or what?
And I can't sit quietly by while JR destroys Bobby with dirty tricks.
Pamela, when it comes to oil business, you're even less an expert than that unstable brother of yours.
Daddy taught me a lot of tricks in my early days with the company. And I can get right down in the mud if I have to.
You're going to destroy everything Daddy spent his life doing. You've got to stop. I'm telling you to stop right now. I'll show you what I can make it up.
It was written by Arthur Bernard Lewis. It was directed by Leonard Katzman, and it aired December 17th, 1982. Also on December 17th, 1982, the #1 song in the U.S. was Man Eater by Hall & Oates.
I love that song. Man Eater.
And in the UK, it was still Save Your Love by Renee and Renato, which I don't know that. I'm going to have to look it up because I don't think I know that song.
I don't
Maybe.
either.
I don't know.
I'm thinking Whitney Houston Saving All Your Love, but that's not the same song.
Yeah, that's different, I think. The #1 film in the U.S. this week was Tootsie.
I love that movie too.
Dustin Hoffman and Jessica Lange.
It's not about Tootsie Rolls, folks.
I haven't seen that movie in actual years, so I should go back and watch that.
It's so good.
Does it hold up to this day? Because sometimes...
It does. It's kind of like Miss Doubtfire. It'll never go away. Like
Okay, cool. Awesome. There were no notable...
Help is on the way, dear. Sorry.
I couldn't find any people of note being born or dying today, and no actual real news. So pretty uneventful. Other than I would like to mention, I mean, this is just important to me, but this is the episode. I realized this is the episode that got me addicted to Dallas when I was 6 years old. I remember very specifically turning on I usually turned TV off after Dukes of Hazzard because I was, again, 6 years old. I was a baby. But my parents were gone for the night. I think I had a babysitter who wasn't paying attention. It was the 80s. And I watched Dallas, and I remember this scene that's coming up in this with Bobby and Pam talking on South Fork over the fence. And I fell in love. And,
I love those
If your
episodes where you
babysitter
remember
had not
something.
been making out with her boyfriend in the next room, you wouldn't have been watching Dallas.
right.
Or she might have been
Here
asleep
we
on the
are
couch.
41 years later. So, and on Dallas, Josh.
This episode jumped 1 spot from #2 to #1 in the ratings. The rarely seen TV in the South Fork living room is on display in this episode.
Mm-hmm.
And this is the last scene, last episode to be filmed on location in Texas. And Alice Hurston recalls, she played Mavis, during these barbecue scenes, we all sweated to death in those suede outfits standing out in the sunshine. The wind also affected the filming in Barbecue 3. And according to Susie Calter, Afton and Pam wear look-alike hairstyles in this episode because the wind was so fierce. And all women were on camera were required to have upswept coiffures.
I couldn't.
Voulez-vous coucher avec moi ce
I mean,
soir?
it's Renee Thibodeau. Watch out, here she comes. She's got her Jaeger bomb. Eh?
Bobby Daniels said the episode that got him hooked was House Divided. Mama and Grandma were watching it, but I was too busy looking forward to Saturday morning cartoons, apparently.
Yeah.
Hey,
We
Super
should
Friends.
call these
let's
our
not
Glimmer
Super Friends.
episodes. Our Glimmer.
Shimmer in your glimmer, as they say.
Yeah.
See, watching it live,
sounds
I
kinda
only
dirty.
remember the, like, as a preschooler, like, spent the night with my grandparents on Fridays. I went to bed right after TGIF. My grandfather would change the channel to CBS, right? Wasn't it CBS?
Yeah, CBS. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. And I remember the dam blowing up in the opening credits.
Oh yeah.
That's when I came in.
To the later seasons. Yeah.
But I love that. That's classic. You can't miss that. And if you watch it, it goes with the music. It's da 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 da.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
And
Love it.
It's funny how you remember those things.
And I remember
I didn't realize for years later what it was.
up in the Boston area, CBS was on Channel 7 up here. And
It was
then
12
when
here.
they came back for the reunions, CBS had switched channels in Boston. It was now on 4, which used to be NBC.
It was 4 for us.
So it was weird switching over to 4 to watch it when I'd been so used to watching everything on 7.
It was 12
you
here. We
could
only
see
had
the
like
little-
9 channels.
You could see the little WHDH logo in the bottom corner.
I
Channel
mean,
7.
when I originally started watching this, it was the original like turn dial, and
yeah.
I was my parents' remote where I had to go up and like turn it to the 3
Yeah.
channels.
Me too. And then my dad got this big like console TV, and the remote control was like this big. It was like click, 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 click. Like when you were
It's a literal clicker.
Yeah.
Look at Melanie's face. She's like, no, I was born
No,
in
no,
19,000.
I remember-
Just kidding.
No,
Love
I remember
you.
my grandparents, that W2,
The
that
console.
TV. Yeah, it was the one where you pulled the thing out and
Ours
had
had
to
the
wait
we
for
went
it
like
to
this
warm
and
up.
opened it.
Yeah. Ours was a button.
I remember
first-
when they got a button with like an actual freaking remote. That was cool.
Clicker.
A clicker, yeah.
Clicker. And my dad did the
I
clicker.
think the
against
other
the
TV was
wall.
too old. I can't remember.
Our first cable box was a wood-paneled one called Starcase.
That must be a
Remember what
northern
it's
thing.
called. But we didn't get cable box for a long time. 'Cause we, what?
No, because
I
we
don't
just
know
had
why. And I don't know why
analog.
that, I said it must be a northern thing. But this would remind me, I forgot totally. I've known this for like 3 months and keep forgetting to tell y'all. We're getting a BJ's down here. And somebody was talking about it, and they were all laughing. I go, oh, y'all don't know what BJ's is? It's like the Costco of the North. Like I was like, I think I knew what it was. But I was like so excited. Then
Is
my
it go-
nephew said
is
the
it
same
gonna
I
be
thing.
have
near
a
Dick's?
BJ's, so
I don't
Is it going
know.
to be
But
near?
the
They
closest
should put it
one
near-
is like 30 miles from me.
that's
They
They
that's
should put it
Sure.
near Dick's Sporting Goods.
well, I know you said
Yeah,
that,
but-
and I made that comment, and they were like, "What?" And I was like, "Yeah," but I was like, "Y'all know what it is?" And then my nephew, of course, was like, "BJ's," and I was like, "I know." That was my first reaction as well.
all right. So we open on the South Fork patio. Sue Ellen is swimming. So if you have swimming on your bingo card,
Oh wait,
I
I'm
had a
on.
rooster. I heard a rooster in the background too, so we knew it was
and
morning.
Pam is sunbathing.
Oh, I got swimming. Bing.
So one thing I noticed right away when they started talking, I was like, did they have Linda in the pool swimming in full makeup? Like,
Oh, of course they did.
Probably,
Oh,
yeah.
I was
course.
like,
Yeah.
she's got mascara on and it's starting to go like underneath.
Yeah.
And that low cut swimsuit.
Mm-hmm.
Hello, Yabos.
I gotta say, I wasn't a fan.
Of
Of her
what?
swimsuit?
I did not like that swimsuit on her.
No, I love Holly Harwood's swimsuit in this episode, though. And
She
I
wears
would-
swimsuit every episode.
I know. Well, and now it's a drinking thing. If she's wearing a swimsuit, you drink. Or bingo, because that is on some bingo cards. But yeah, I like her. I wish I could get that swimsuit.
Okay, now
Very 80s.
Now I can't remember what it looks like.
It was
so
cute.
Here we go.
It's like one.
I like the-
it's got one strap, and then it's like connected, but only connected on one side.
Yeah.
The top and bottom. It's
Do you remember the
like a
cutout?
tankini, but that's
Yeah.
connected, but with one strap. It's
And did we
I've
use
seen
the
some of
sun?
those on Amazon.
Did we use the suntan lotion of the 80s? Copper Tone or Bain de Soleil?
Kind of Soleil.
Anyway,
Banana
and yeah,
boat.
Sue Ellen is
Banana
so
hammock.
optimistic, and it's
Ew.
like, girl,
no, girl.
you really. It's like
She's so happy.
she's so happy, but the thing that really sucks is she was like, Pam's like, you really think he's changed? She's like, I have to believe that.
I know.
And I was like, oh my god,
I know.
She wants the same relationship that
she's
Pam and
cautiously
Bobby have.
optimistic.
Yeah, she's like, we finally have what you and Bobby have, and it's so great. And Pam's like, okay, I hope so, but
You're like, maybe.
and Sue Ellen's just like, yeah, I mean, my delusions, but they keep me sane right now.
right. Yeah, she's putting all those eggs in that basket. So she's like, okay, I'm all in. He promised.
Don't cash in your chips.
And then they go help Ellie with the invitations for the Ewing barbecue.
That she almost forgot about.
And she almost forgot about it. Well, she did just have a wedding.
True.
The barbecue. Another family event here at the ranch.
Then we cut to Ewing Oil. And Mr. Eugene tells Bobby that like literally nothing out of the ordinary is going on with JR as far as he can tell.
3
As
times.
far as he can tell, because
Really?
you have to do a lot of digging to find out who owns all those corporations.
Mm-hmm.
I wonder if Petro State was on that list. He
It
didn't
had to
happen to
be.
say that.
He said
I like
that in an
how-
earlier episode when they were going over the corporations. And they're like, I don't know any of these.
I
that's
like
right.
his calm, smiling nature as he's delivering information.
Yeah.
Very, very calm. Very, as a matter of fact, very chill.
JR totally told on himself, though. Like when Mr. Eugene exits the office after talking to Bobby, and JR comes in and he's like, you're not going to find anything if you're looking for something illegal.
That's true.
Because I hide it like a
was like,
motherfucker.
Bobby's looking at him like, oh yeah, and JR's like, I'm like, you're stupid. That was dumb. You basically just said, hey, Bobby, I did something sneaky.
everybody's frozen.
And like walk in your office.
It's not illegal, which is
It's
the whole
not.
thing. It's not illegal.
It's not illegal. It's not necessarily in good taste, but
Bobby's hair is quite large in this scene, too.
That's true. It's true. He had a blowout. So yeah, well, they walk out to the office, and I do not love Slive's perm that she has. It's like a grandma perm.
Yeah, I need to look at this again because I was going to say something about that. Hold on.
Does it go up there with Pam's poodle perm?
I mean, it's a different animal than Pam's poodle perm.
Yeah, let me look at
Completely.
this right now because I
But
really
is
have
it
a
in the
problem.
same? Is it in the same class of we don't like it?
It's a perm. It's an early 80s perm. I think gun to my head, I hate Pam's more, but
Oh, too. She looks like a poodle. This is a dippity do tight hot rollers, I believe.
Yeah.
Or is it really a
Yeah.
perm? This is dippity do.
I don't know. It's curly and it's short and it's just kind of like curly.
It's a grandma like you go get your hair done once a week and get set. You know what I'm talking about?
Yes.
That's what it looks like.
when we get your hair set.
Get your hair set. Mm.
Unless you get ill, then you have to skip a thing and you do not go out and be seen. The Southern Belles do not want
You
to
have
be
to
seen.
don't you have to put the kerchief on?
Oh yeah.
Like Mama's Family. I love this.
Yes, Mama's Family. You know what I found out
Or like
this
Rebecca
week,
later in
speaking
the
of Mama's
episode.
Family, is
Yes.
that the Mama's Family house is next door to the house from Halloween, Michael Myers' house.
No way. Let's
Like
go
the film
visit
where
it.
they filmed it.
Let's
the
go
actual
visit
location.
it. Next
So you
girl
can
trip.
actually totally. If we're in LA.
What city? Yeah, it's like
It's in LA. I don't I have friends
Is it
who
Universal
go.
City?
No, it's actually like on a street. It's a residential street.
Oh, okay.
That's
I have
creepy.
friends who go to those locations all the time, like for Halloween. So I can find out. So
Cool.
I thought that was crazy. Mama's
I've
Family
never heard
and
that.
Michael Myers.
And I did the Halloween Horror Nights last week.
A thank you to my friend Vinny for the information. He runs the Instagram 12 Rainbow Trout, which does posts about props from Twin Peaks. So if that is all in your nerddom, He's your guy.
And this,
I'm a nerddom.
you were talking about TV show houses, but I think Mario de la Casa posted that at some point that they were destroying the house that and the whole lot where Bewitched was filmed.
Oh, that's
And a
sad.
lot of those TV houses have been being bulldozed by either Warner Brothers or Universal or whatever it is.
That was
Warner Brothers.
That was the back lot at Universal, wasn't it? Or now, maybe not.
I don't know. I know Munsters was Universal.
Oh,
Monsters. Oh, and so was like Wisteria Lane.
Yeah, because it's the same. It's the same.
Yeah.
In fact, I think it was Eva Longoria's house on
Wait,
Desperate Housewives was the
wherever-
Munsters house, or was one of those houses.
Culver
Pretty
City.
house.
Warner Brothers?
I don't know. I'll Google it.
Google it.
So yeah, he tells Bobby he's wasting his time if he's looking for illegal activity, and he's like, it's not going to come to anything. Then he's like, actually, wait a minute, Bobby. Maybe you can, after this next year when you don't have a job anymore, you could join the Coast Guard. And
Bobby would look good in a little Coast Guard outfit, you know.
he'd look very handsome.
I mean,
It could be a good spin-off series.
But yeah, JR is very proud of himself for that. And
Coast Guard
chuckles his
landing.
way into his office.
Yachts Landing and Coast Guard Landing.
But the ladies have finished writing invitations. They got through them very quickly. Because, many hands make light work, I guess. And then Sue Ellen invites them to lunch with her treat.
Yeah, somebody's not interested.
Is this when they're doing the invitations?
Yeah. And Lucy pieces out. Lucy's like,
Yeah. I thought at the pool scene at the beginning that Pam's hair looked red. But it's like, oh, that's the sun. In this scene, her hair, they have definitely dyed it a lighterish.
oh, yeah.
reddy.
Her hair's been dyed much redder.
It's a lot. Like, it's worse than right now. It's.
And some of the color was running down her forehead, but they didn't know.
I mean, maybe.
Well, we had a woman in the local TV studio that she didn't have eyebrows, and she painted them on before each of her shows.
Yeah.
And sometimes the lighting got so hot in the studio that her eyebrows would run.
My great grandmother, don't even.
Unfortunately.
And I knew if I ever wanted to get under her skin, I would say, Judy, your eyebrows are running.
You get under somebody's skin? No way.
No way.
We love you,
I
Josh.
got you under my skin.
So Lucy pieces out. She's like, yeah, I'm not going to go. And then, so Sue Ellen asked Pam if she's mad at her. She's like, she didn't come to my wedding. She doesn't want to go out to lunch. What's going on? And Pam is like, don't worry about it. It's not you. It's her. Like, she's just having issues still from, being kidnapped and raped and stuff.
Oh, just those issues.
Yeah.
Jesus, cut her a fucking break.
Right.
Well,
Sorry.
Sue Ellen and Lucy don't really interact much, so Sue Ellen really wouldn't know anything about that, would they?
That's true.
I guess.
I'm sure Pam has probably told her, but Sue Ellen, she's not really the type to kind of interfere or reach out. Like, I think if Lucy went to her, it would be different, but she's not going to say anything.
Yeah.
Right.
And then we cut to KGIM TV is reporting about the commission meeting.
Now, Donna is 100% class.
And this actress who plays the reporter, she turns up several
Classy.
times, is a woman named, I believe, Bobby Jo Ferguson.
That is the worst name.
And she
Bobby
is
Jo.
She is
Sorry.
the mother of actor Jay Ferguson, who is now on The Conners playing Sarah Gilbert's husband. And she just passed in the last couple of years.
Wah, wah, wah.
Yeah, so they catch Jonna going into the vote, and she's very classy. She just has no comment.
They try to egg her on, and she's very polite, but she's like, basically, I'm here to uphold the law.
Right.
Basically.
Yeah.
He's a master of truth and deflection.
That's a good politician, I guess.
Yeah, there you go.
And then we cut to Lucy in the living room at South Fork, and she's reading a book called The Romance of the Wind.
You actually saw the title. I couldn't see the title.
I did. I paused it. I was watching because this season I downloaded in HD. So I had that and I paused it and I put on my reading glasses and it looked really close.
Put up our read. That shows our age right there.
I know it does. My
I can't
eyesight
see.
has been going lately. It's bad.
Mine's really bad.
Bobby Daniels asks if anyone has ever eaten at a restaurant on Greenvale Ave
Oh.
in Dallas.
I don't think so. I mean, I don't
Because
think so.
Donna did make
Yeah.
reference to.
She did.
Yeah.
I've only spent time in like downtown Dallas one time, and that was the last time I was there for the 40th anniversary. And we did go to that one restaurant. I don't know what street it was on that we got really drunk at, Sarah, with Will the first night.
Oh, that was the little bar next to the Dallas Cowboys stadium, their training facility. Remember that guy was walking? It's right in front. It was a German bar. Remember the name was like a German? It was like frickin'.
You expect me to remember? No, I don't remember anything. So,
Well, that first night, you mean the very first night when we got there? Yeah, that was a little German like cafe bar. But then we just we didn't really have the cafe part. We just had a lot of shots and Prosecco. What? We had Prosecco and shots. Like,
you ordered some white wine. I ended up drinking it. It was bad. The next day, I woke up, felt like shit.
We had a huge mix, a variety of things.
God, was it like Atlanta? Because that was epic.
It was worse than Atlanta.
God.
It was worse than Atlanta. I learned lessons.
I just went from the hotel to the event and back.
At least we functioned the next day.
I think we did really good the next day in Atlanta. I mean, I wanted a greasy hamburger, really but once I got it, I was fine.
Right. Yeah,
I think you guys honestly drank the hangover right out of yourselves.
Yeah,
like
you have to have the hair of the dog.
Out.
Yeah, and then Mary passed out all the Cheez-Its.
Okay. Yeah.
And I was like, where are my Cheez-Its? I was like, I had like a hunger snack. I was like, where are my Cheez-Its? And Melanie goes, they're under Mary. I go,
under
what?
my butt. They're under my butt after I passed out. Yeah.
But the sad thing was I pulled it out and I ate them.
I was like,
and I ate them. Nope, I pulled them right out and was like.
No, they were like more like under her leg. Just like down here, and like the bag was pretty much sticking out, but it was like.
Yeah, I mean, I still took them and ate them. I was like, I'm hungry.
I was out.
Mickey Trotter would have enjoyed you guys. He would.
Mickey is. I actually kind of love Mickey. I think he'd be super fun to hang out with.
Mickey's cool.
I think so too.
Yeah.
He's winning me over.
Yeah, me too. Like, so he comes in. He's looking for Ellie. Ellie's not there. So for some papers, and Lucy's like, that's fine, I'll give him to him.
He's trying to finagle a date.
Oh, he's shooting his shot.
He is. Yeah.
And she's just like,
hey girl, hey.
Yeah, she denied. She's just like,
She's like, nope.
She's like, yeah, how about no? And he's like, well, okay, you're a snob. Okay. And he's like, you just think you're too good for me. And she's kind of like, maybe it's because I am kind of.
Yeah. She wouldn't be caught dead with him. And
that's her armor right now.
He retorts back that, well, you can't tell the difference because you're basically a block of ice. Yeah.
And then he turns and walks away. And that gets to her. She's like, oh, yeah.
Well, and I have a feeling we'll see in a little while here. There's a conversation between them. And I think that's when that's when Mickey realized that hurt people hurt people.
Right.
People
saying.
Who hurt people.
Hurt people.
Oh, it's true.
Everybody hurts sometimes, as Rem said.
That's right.
Rem.
The commission vote. Everyone's there. I think
you can
Ray
see them
says.
You can see them sprinkled throughout the room. They are not next to each other.
Yeah.
And
Ray says if they dropped a bomb, then the Texas oil business would just exist no more because everybody's there.
And it's funny. You think to yourself, "Oh, I wonder if Clayton's there." And then you kind of see him in the background of the shot. Or you see Rebecca turn up in a corner, and you see Marilee Stone. Everybody's just kind of sprinkled throughout the room.
And this guy Hicks, he's been bought and paid for by JR. Because all of them are, and he's like, no. And the other ones are like, really? Now, anybody who protests that much, of course he does.
JR's never bought anybody in his life. He's above board and honest.
Yeah. Yep. That's
I love how you
JR.
put that honest. He's honest.
With his cool whip.
I was waiting for that.
I thought it was really weird that they showed, so they do the Pledge of Allegiance and they show the entire Pledge of Allegiance. And I was like, is this just like filmmaking in the 80s? Like because we have so many episodes, we're just going to show, but it does come back later. So I'm gonna give it to him. Yeah. So they put forth to overturn JR's variance. Jonna seconds it. The guy JR paid off. Is not going against it, but
Pay anybody off?
yeah, because they proposed returning everything to the way it was last year, the way the OLM had it, and the what's his name that JR paid off?
George Hicks?
Yeah, George Hicks. Yeah. He's like, well, that's a defunct agency, so that doesn't make any sense. And they're like, well, it's a starting point. It's better than where we are now.
Defunct.
And
I love that word.
so anyway, they voted in, and then they're like, okay, immediately we're going to do this. And then they're like, actually, then some guy on the side's like, well, actually, I don't think so. You have to take it to the attorney general. So it's going to take 10 days.
The AG.
No, wait. There were 5 of them up there, but the vote was 3-1. Does the secretary not vote?
Maybe not. Maybe secretary's just for, taking notes. I don't know.
Oh. And then they adjourn for lunch, and they're going to resume with the saltwater disposal.
Which, is that the shortest meeting in history? Like, literally, you could tell it was just starting because everyone just came in. They talked for 3 minutes, and then they're going to adjourn for lunch? Like, what are we doing, people?
Paying the politicians to do nothing.
I guess so.
Maybe they expected more of a debate. I don't know for that topic. And then it was like, oh, wait, this is over so quickly. Let's
All right, let's go do lunch.
let's go do liquid lunch and then come back.
Well, I mean,
And it's going to
works
be liquid
sometimes.
lunch because that's what they do in Texas.
And in
JR
Alabama.
laughs.
JR walks out with a smug look on his face, and Marilee, she's not worried. She's just like, what can JR do in 10 days? Famous last words. Cut to JR on the phone going, 7 days! I want you to get it done in 7 days! Whatever it is, his plan. It's now rolling.
And he proposes a toast with Sly to J.R. Ewing.
Yep. He says, I'll buy you a drink. So that means drink and check your bingo card.
Oh!
One company, indivisible.
Back to the Pledge of Allegiance. Ba-dum-bum.
So the guy who played George Hicks apparently played someone named Ray Dawn on Designing Women. This is very interesting.
Joe Don. Was it Joe Don?
No, that's
Right
Joe
on.
Don Ford on Dallas. That's somebody else.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
So then we cut to Ellie riding her bike. Drink. It's her moving bike. And there's two different ones. There's 2 different bingo spaces. One is a moving bike and one is a stationary bike. So if you have moving bike on your bingo card, click it now.
And this is her Wizard of Oz bike with the basket in the front of it.
Yes.
That she brings the mail back with her.
And there is a lot of wind. So if wind is on your bingo card,
I can't
also
look at
drink.
my bingo card because I'm monitoring the live
And
chat,
drink.
which doesn't have.
Okay, so they have gotten a bunch of RSVPs back in the mail for the barbecue, and they're like, there are so many people coming. This could be the biggest barbecue of all time.
But none from the cartel.
Yeah, not one from the cartel, but, there's still time. There's still time.
So Sue Ellen's going to go in and match up the guest list while Larry the caterer arrives.
Ellie needs to she tells him to double everything. It's going to be so many people. The alcohol, the food, all of it.
But she is going to be making the chili.
Well, of course she's going to make the chili. Is it really a barbecue if she's not making her chili? Come on.
Yeah, and not only
Yes.
that, why don't we ever have better music? Just saying. They're fucking rich. Do better.
That's true. Though I do like their band that they have at the barbecue this year. I do
Okay.
say. I
It's
like
all
it.
right.
It's very like old school country. It's very hee-haw.
It is very
Yeah.
hee-haw. It's very
Hey,
hee-haw.
at least it's not the coffins from Lucy's
That's
birthday.
true. Well,
Oh, man. Nothing wrong with the coffins.
I love the coffins.
It's
so
very
then,
stiff music.
so then we got nice. Then we cut to Ewing Oil, where JR is having a meeting with some good old boys.
One of them has my name.
Oh, that's true. It does. Yeah.
So drink your entire bottle. No.
And they're just so we don't really know what's happening. We're just in the middle of this conversation. And so the good old boys are like, there's not enough time to do what you want to do. We have to reset the meters. And JR's like, I don't care. Everything needs to be ready for this afternoon. You just need to get it done. And then he's like, and guy, I need you to get all the news people. And he's like, yeah, but I'm going to have a hard time selling this if like, this is just, I don't have anything. It's like, hey, just show up for a random news story. And he's like, just do it. Just do it. We need everyone to hear this.
I want the entire country to know about this.
Yep, not just Texas. It needs to be everyone there. And
I want Leslie Stewart to know about this up in New York City.
yes. So he's just like, okay, like he'll do his best. And we cut to Pam going to her mom's house to get Rebecca to go to the barbecue because she has not received her RSVP yet.
And there's a gardener raking a little pile of leaves in the front.
The smallest pile of non-existent leaves that I've ever seen in my entire life. Like that is the fakest pile of leaves.
Trees, there's no shade there, so there's like, it's like, where did the leaves fall from?
Where did they come from? Right, I know. Someone had a bag of leaves. They just like poured it in the middle of this like sprawling green lawn. Okay.
It was, I bet you the gardener was somebody that won a contest or got a favor from someone.
I'm always trying to spot the contest winners because I know it was a big thing for people to win a walk-on spot on Dallas. And I feel like they're the people who are like coming through saying, excuse me, to JR and scenes.
Mary, is one of our bingo things or even on our drinking list when somebody wears an ascot?
Yeah, it's on the list.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
I just saw Clayton. He was wearing an ascot.
No, it is. Yeah. So, right. Clayton is wearing an ascot. So if ascot is on your bingo card.
Clayton has a scarf.
Or just drink.
And Rebecca has that bandana thing in her hair, that whatever thing going on.
That's true. Yeah.
Reminded me a little of Mama's Family there, or someone who was unpacking a house.
What's her name? Naomi. Remember how Naomi used to always wear the...
I haven't watched Mama's Family. Is that streaming anywhere? I would totally watch.
I think so. Hold on, let me get this. Hold on.
I think Vicki Lawrence is about to do the Hollywood show out in California in October.
Oh, wow.
I literally haven't watched that show in over 30 years, but when I was a kid, I loved it.
She either is doing it or did do it, and she wore her mama's outfit for fan photos.
Nice.
So yeah, they try to convince Rebecca to go to the barbecue, and she'll think about it.
Yeah, she's just like, and Clayton's even asking her out on a date to go, and she's just like, yeah, but I don't like the Ewings, ew. And Pam's like, nobody likes the Ewing. They're basically like, everyone hates JR. Everyone does. So
Mama's Family is on Amazon. Yeah.
Oh, cool.
That cracks me up.
But when Pam got there, Rebecca and Clayton were talking about how she saw him and Ellie in the restaurant because he said, "Oh, you should have come over," and we were just a night out on the town. So he was letting it be known that it wasn't anything.
It wasn't a date.
Right.
Oh my God. We're not in a relationship. It wasn't a date.
It wasn't a date. No, it was just hanging out. Totally.
Just hanging out with our hands all over each other.
So we got a little starting of a little love triangle between Clayton and Rebecca and Miss Ellie.
No, that's creepy as fuck.
Rude.
Maybe they could have a threesome.
I mean, if they're all into it, I'm not here to judge. I'm not here to judge
or kink shame, but I mean, do you really think the women are thinking about it?
No,
Really?
but look,
No.
I will say we all know how old Ellie is, and they make her look older than she is in real life.
She's in her late 50s at this point.
I was saying, so she's younger than my mother right now, and she looks way older than my mother.
No.
But my point is though, can you see? Put this vision in your head. Take your grandmother.
Nope.
And then watch her fuck someone.
Come on,
do you see what I'm saying?
Sarah.
No, that's disgusting. That's what I'm saying. That's what this whole. Think about it, Ellie.
Well, Patricia was into
people.
Patricia Shepard was into.
Patricia was a
weird
slut
kinky.
bag.
She was with that farm equipment
I
guy.
can't see Melanie and Mary, so I can't see all facial expressions. I can hear you, and I was like, they're just slut shaming me right now. But
There's nothing to see.
Let's look at Morgan Woodward. He looks like he's in his 70s at this point.
Probably 70s, yeah.
He would have been 98 this year, you said?
He would have been 98 the other day. Larry Hagman would be 92. He was only 6+ years older than Larry Hagman.
That's what I'm saying. Some people just age. That's what I'm saying. Some people just age
Like
It was
Lillian
before
Trotter.
we were really paying attention, and masking it more, I think.
Think about
Like
Okay, so he
Lillian
was
Trotter.
almost
She was
60.
old.
Okay, that makes sense.
He was
Yeah,
60.
okay.
It's fucking weird.
He was just a little younger. He was like 58.
I see Melanie now. Sorry.
Hey, I'm trying to do math. Let me see.
Morgan Woodward was 60. So literally he's my brother's age. And
No, wait.
1925. He
No,
was,
okay, 25. Here I am thinking it's 2022 still.
it's because of the pandemic.
1923.
It is.
Okay, so he's 59.
Holy shit.
No,
My
not
mom is
even.
70.
Not even.
So,
He's like
like-
58 or 57. It was 25
Oh my God.
to 82.
You guys,
I'm almost
25.
45.
blowing my mind.
I'm almost
57.
57. You're right. I can't fucking subtract.
That's okay.
Calculator.
That
Do you have
is-
a calculator right there?
Girl, yeah.
that is legit-
I do math for a living.
I bet that's awful.
But I can't do math.
Oh,
That is
It's
a
a-
fate worse than
It's not so
death
much
for me.
math. I have stuff that does it for me, but you just have to know where to put stuff.
yeah.
Speaking of putting stuff, Holly wants Bobby to come over to her place to talk.
Right.
She
And
wants
give
him to
her
put stuff.
his pickle.
It's important.
I would like to make a point that Holly is wearing normal clothes in this scene when she's calling Bobby to invite
Yes.
him over and she's like, "You need to come over. It's really important." He's like, "I have stuff to do. Can we?" She's like, "No, it's like an emergency." And he's like, "Okay."
Emergency
wants,
in my pants.
She wants to smoke his sausage.
She does. She really, really does. Yeah.
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 Ugh.
Maybe she could have a threesome with him and Pam.
I think Holly would be for it, honestly. I think she would.
This is the episode for threesomes.
I mean, you are all about the threesomes tonight, Josh. Jesus.
Well, I'm thinking of
I
spoiler
know what's on
alert,
your mind
What's
tonight.
happening?
I'm thinking of spoiler alert. John Ross and
I know. That's yep. And so many people got their panties in a twist about that scene.
and I'm sure
Wait.
Josh Anderson was loving every minute of filming that.
Wait, what scene was that you're talking about?
In the new series.
JR is trying to get Bobby to go on an excursion, just a little brotherly excursion.
Yeah, and Bobby's actually like touched. He's like, "Oh, like I would, but it's nice for you to invite me. I can't. But
I
thank
gotta
you."
get my sausage smoked by Holly Harwood.
That's
You do know her,
sexy.
JR, right?
Bobby, bless his heart, doesn't even think about that.
No.
Why is he so innocent?
I don't know.
And then JR leaves the office and tells Sly and Phyllis, you're going to be getting a lot of calls in the next hour or so. Why don't you refer them all to Bobby? Bobby's not going to even be there because he's going to be...
Yeah, he's going to cut to Holly's house. And, okay, girl is changed into her swimsuit, so drink.
Oh. Is there any kind of...
And Bobby's like, "What's the emergency?" And she's like, "Well, I didn't actually say there was an emergency. I just, it's just in your best interest to show up here today."
The emergency is your clothes need to
And
come
he's
off,
like,
Bobby. You got to
"What?"
take that tie off. You got to take that jacket off.
Yeah, she's like trying to take his clothes off, and he's like, whoa, what's going on? Like, and then she's just like, "I'm not gonna get anywhere with you, am I?"
No.
He's like, bing, 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 bing.
Yeah,
Now he's
I
like
know.
this.
And then she's
Ding,
just
ding,
like,
ding, ding.
she's straight up like, "Look, I'm super attracted to you. I have been always. Like, you didn't even remember me the second time we met, but like, I think you're super hot. Is there a chance?" And Bobby's just like, and she's like, "Oh, like you're
Bobby's like,
told-
I'm married.
right." And she's like, "Oh, you're faithful to your wife." And he's like, "Is there something wrong with it?" And then she's like, "No, like that. I want that, and I think that's awesome." And then
My
Bobby
danger
is.
noodle is limp around you. It's only excited around Pam.
I don't think that's true.
She doesn't trust JR, is what she tells him, because she's done some digging and finds out that JR owns Petro State.
Surprise. Are we surprised? We're not surprised.
And he asks, what did you sell off? And she said she sold off a bunch of gas stations to Petro State.
He's like,
Bobby
what's JR
says-
doing with gas stations? Once again, Bobby is like, what the... There's many shades of Bobby saying, what the fuck? This isn't like, oh, what the fuck? This is like, the fuck is he doing with gas stations?
Right.
Like,
Well, you're about to find out, folks. Hold on to your hats.
you know, maybe we should add. This might be stupid. A bingo category of Bobby's WTF. Like,
Where he's
has
like super confused Bobby face.
what? Yeah, like he has at least one an episode, does he not? At least one.
He does. It's like a golden retriever, like confused, like
Legit.
Oh boy. Oh, beautiful, stupid Bobby.
Indeed.
So we cut to JR at JR Ewing gas station
89.9 cents a gallon.
from $1.21. That's a good deal. Like 89. Can you imagine 89 cents a gallon?
I found a picture the other day with me
Wow.
and
The way
Aaron
Glenn Miller
in front
played.
of the Shell station in high school. I bought my cigarettes for $2.32 a pack, and the sign behind us said 99 cents a gallon.
Oh yeah, 99 cents was like my whole high school, most of college. That's what gas was 99 cents.
Right,
I
and my
remember it
brother
being
worked at the
fairly
gas
cheap.
station.
When I was young too, like at least it was less than $2
Oh yeah,
for a long time.
In 1998, this was the last time gas was cheap. This cheap.
Yep.
The cheapest I ever saw it was 1998. It
was
went
really
down to
cheap.
like 78 cents. And that was the cheapest I've ever seen gas in my entire
And I thought that was
life.
so expensive to fill my tank up.
Right. It was like
I was like,
$10.
It's like my whole allowance.
And
I used to-
I remember my brother worked
Yeah,
at the gas
15
station.
bucks
and
filled my car.
I would go in and say I wanted $5 worth of gas, but he would set the thing to 10. So I would
your
get
brother were there.
$10 for $5.
Oh, that's nice.
Josh,
The cool thing
did
about Maine
something bad.
is we used to be able to take like soda cans and bottles and beer bottles and stuff back for like 5 or 6 cents a piece. And I'd walk out of the redemption center with like 15, 20 bucks.
Oh,
Is he
in
my
Michigan,
dad would be
it's,
like-
it's 10 cents a can.
10 cents. So much better. Yeah, because my dad would be like, if you want to take the recyclables, you can keep the money. I'd be like, woohoo!
I remember at day camp one summer, I used to collect all the bottles or the cans, walked around collecting them at lunch.
I did
And
that.
by the end, people made fun of me for this. And by the end, I ended
Yeah,
up
but
making
how much money did you have?
I made $60 on cans. And so I'm like, who's laughing now? Bitches and bastards.
Bitches and bastards.
Bitches and bastards.
You bastard.
You bitches and
You can return
bastards.
pop bottles and fill them up, said Becky Staples. Oh, yes. Pop bottles. That's right. Now, we would call them soda bottles here in the
I think
They call them Coke
Michigan's
wine
pop.
bottles, wine and just like liquor bottles, I think were 15 cents if I remember correctly.
Oh, we don't get a deposit
Ooh.
for those.
What?
Yeah,
I
the
don't even
wine
know
or
what
liquor
to-
bottles, we don't. Those are just recyclables, but
There's some states that get deposits for juice bottles and things too, but Massachusetts isn't one of them. It's just soda. So JR's press conference, he is cutting costs, and he defies any politician anywhere in the country to try to stop him because low prices are good business. Or,
I mean, this was actually pretty brilliant on his part. I just have to give it to him.
yes.
It really was. Well played, JR. Well played.
And Cliff has to explain to Afton.
So not amused.
Cliff has
I
to
love
explain to
Afton.
Afton how that JR is cutting the throats of every oil man in Texas by
Right.
undercutting them.
Yeah.
And he's going to have everyone gather at Rebecca's tomorrow around 4, was it?
Yep. Tomorrow at 4. And then we cut to the same TV thing, but it's now the TV's at South Fork, which we never really see that TV.
So take 2 shots for a TV.
Wait, we have a.
Jeez.
Is there anything on the bingo card? No.
I don't think so. I don't think that there's one, but yeah, some people might have it. JR is ecstatic. Everyone else in the house is pretty somber. And then JR says, oh, no, well, you got to do stuff for the people. And she's like, you did it for the people? And he's like, no, Mama, I did it because it's good business.
Business.
And, okay, fun fact, console TV, but fun fact, the 2 golden deers that are on top of the TV, I have those. My mom gave them. I have those
Really?
deer.
Nice.
Yep.
And Sarah's deers are the ones from South Fork Ranch, by the way.
I wish they were.
Just so you know.
OG prop.
Ow.
So Pam snaps at JR
What
about
scene?
what he's doing, and JR tells Pam, what does he tell her again? Something about how she has about as much oil.
Sue Ellen's blue eyeshadow's got to go, and her mullet has got to go. And this is the worst haircut and makeup I've ever seen on her.
It's so bad. It's so bad. She said you did it to take over Ewing Oil, and then he says something like, well, you don't know anything about oil more than, like, you know less than your stupid brother or whatever.
And Sue Ellen says, Pam, I think we need to let we agree we're going to let our husbands deal with this, and we're going to stay out of it.
Ooh, fight. Don't end that on the thing.
Oh, yeah. So then...
Before any damage... I get it.
Bobby comes and threatens to punch JR. So he threatens to punch him, drink. And then...
I wrote the same shit, Sarah. I was like, fight! Naked outside, boys.
Bobby says he's endangering the future of the company and business in general. And then Ray is now Jock, and Ray breaks it up. So drink.
Back to the stables.
And, yes, that. But also, Ray's hair looks like a mad scientist.
Raycock.
That should be a Raycock. Raycock. Horseback riding. Horseback riding is next. I just saw it. Got that one too.
Horseback riding. So like Bobby's like training a horse. Like it looks like he's getting off some steam or whatever.
Look, getting off some steam.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, Bobby's training the horse. Pam is watching him, and yeah, this is the scene I remember from when I was 6.
And more windiness.
And
we already have wind,
yes.
so.
And Bobby says he's afraid he's going to lose. And, but then he tells Pam, like, look, my daddy taught me all the dirty tricks he taught JR. Like, I know how to do it. And so, like, if I have to do it, I'm going to do it. And she said, you sound like JR. And this is important. This is a really important moment, I think, in the series, because Bobby says, no, I sound like me. And I think that's the thing, is like Bobby has found himself now as an oil man.
Finally. After 6 seasons.
Right.
Finally.
Yeah. He's like, this is me. And she just looks sad. And she's just like, oh.
Because she doesn't think that's the man that she married. Right. She's like, I didn't marry JR. And he's like, no, this is me. But that is in his blood. That is him.
Right,
It just didn't come out until now.
She married the Booze, Broads, and Booty company
the
pimp.
tight jeans and the fluffy hair.
Yeah, going disco dancing, Bobby. And now he's like, serious. And like, he's like, I like this oil business. Like, it's me.
He's found his niche, and he's good at it.
Yeah.
I like his hat too. I like the jewel on the front.
I want to know what the horses are going to be doing in Kansas City.
I don't know. But Pam says she's behind him no matter what, but she's scared of what this is turning into. Which, that's fair.
That's legit.
It's legit.
Yeah.
That is too legit to quit.
Way too legit to quit.
Too legit.
Sly is fielding calls from gas station, and then she tells her perm and her makeup. Holy shit, her makeup.
She's got like a triple eyeshadow. It's like purple, blue, purple.
It's like pink and like purple and like blue.
They were testing some new techniques in the makeup room that day.
They really were. They're like, we're gonna 80s the fuck out. It's almost 83.
Wait. I was going to say, okay, this is like,
was she wearing leggings
Jesus
below
God.
too?
Okay, it's blue and then a hint of turquoise and then the purple.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
And the
and
hair.
She has like that sweater that's like like purple and it's like fluffy.
Yeah, it's what is it called? Not argyle. What is it called?
Mohair?
No, like it's a fancy sweater, not argyle. What is it called?
No, I know what you're talking about.
It's the
Bobby
fancy
W.
sweater.
Daniels Jr. says, I believe Bobby telling Pam about Ewing Oil being in the hand of the strongest was when he moved to the oil dark side.
Well,
kind of. But I think he realized that like that's the business, and if he's going to be, he had to.
When in Rome, do as the Romans do.
Right. Either that or find something else to do, I guess.
Join the Coast Guard.
Join the Coast Guard.
Jesus Christ.
Yes.
BIH. And
Josh, what does your button say? Oh, I see it. Never mind. I see it.
SAG after button.
Um,
He's going to need to find another refinery or two to supply all of this.
yeah. But
Oil.
all that is upstaged by Sly's Get Up.
Yeah, I think the next live we all need to do that eyeshadow, including you, Josh.
For sure.
Oh my.
I will buy and mail you the kit.
We have to dress up the next
turquoise, and then
live.
purple.
That's going to be the thing. We're going to dress
I
up.
just have
It's gonna be
y'all
great.
have to fucking ride my ass for 2 weeks because I'm such a
I dressed
procrastinator.
up for the Oil Baron's ball. I was only one. I did that eyeshadow. I did like a bunch of colors.
I know, but like I really
I'll
want to do it.
dress
But
as
I'm such a
Frankenfurter
procrastinator.
from Rocky
Y'all,
Horror.
I'm awful. Like I need to, you know what? I need to buy some clothes for like wintertime anyway. So I'll think about that.
I mean, they said the
I'm
shoulder
just
pads are
like-
coming back.
Shoulder pads.
But
Oh,
no,
you
they
guys-
are coming. But I got this sweater for Chicago, and it was this cute, like black. It was a sweater but short sleeve. It had like the puffy sleeves. It wasn't shoulder pads. It was just made that way. It was so cute.
I've been buying a bunch of stuff at estate sales, and it's very 90s, and I've been totally rocking some shoulder pads. And also, I wanted to tell you guys this. I successfully bid on a piece of the South Fork collection from eBay this past week.
Was it Sly's outfit?
It's not. It's just a top, and it looks like it should be my size. I am hoping, and it's coming from the UK, and I'm really excited about it.
That's awesome.
How do you do that? You just go to eBay.
I just looked up. I think the designer's name was Simon Ellis, and it's the South Fork collection. It came out in '85, I believe.
Oh, it was like that fashion line.
Yeah, it was a fashion line called the.
Not
Fork
related to Perry
Collection.
Ellis,
Yeah.
right?
Yes, the South Fork collection.
I have no idea. But his name was Simon Ellis, and he had a whole line, and I've seen them online, and in the past I've been like, do I really need Dallas outfits? And now I'm like, yes, I need Dallas outfits.
Do.
Dang it. Yes, so.
Oh my God, I'm just looking at it right now.
No, you could have one of Miss Ellie's sack dresses that she wore over to Ray's.
I'd wear it. I like a Peter Pan collar.
Now, did you notice that her driver with the South Fork, Sarah, that's one of your wagons again.
The
station
fucking
wagons.
wagon.
But did you notice the driver was just kind of sitting on the hood waiting for Ellie in the background while she was there talking
Is that
to
what
Ray?
it was? I was like, why is that rando guy just sitting there?
That was probably her driver
It was her
that drove her over.
driver. Okay, that makes sense.
It's kind of like
I'm sorry.
the limo driver kind of hangs around outside the limo.
Because Ellie's at Ray's house. And I guess this is the whole thing with Ellie. Ray's going to hang out with Ellie because they literally are hanging out and like having coffee.
Right. And she thanks him for stopping the fight.
Yeah.
Although your daddy would be proud because you jock cocked better than anyone else in the house.
And also this scene, like she's literally sitting there, or he's sitting there with Ellie and she's talking to him. He's literally turning into Jock.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think about it? He's filling Jock's
Yes,
place.
yes, yeah.
Don't fall for him, Ellie. Don't fall for him.
What? I know. What was it? Simon what? What was it?
Ellis. Ellis, I believe.
I think I typed it wrong.
And she feels helpless in this
Yeah, she does.
fight. And she Ray tells Ellie to just kind of pull back, but she can't because she needs to keep her family from flying apart.
Right. She really does.
And Ray says that maybe being in South America and under the pressure and everything, and maybe there was a little touch of, I don't know, fever or something going on. But maybe Jock...
he's human. And like he's like, I know this is gonna upset you, but like he was human and maybe he didn't know exactly the right thing to do. He could have messed up here.
Mm-hmm.
And Ellie just finds it hard to believe that Jock could make a mistake.
Right.
Hello,
girl,
I am
we've
Takapa.
been over this. We've been over this.
We've been over this, Ellie.
Ellie, I am Takapa.
Listen.
And I just found the most beautiful dress for myself.
Ellie, did I ever tell you about my first wife? Okay.
Right. Seriously.
Oh my
Okay.
Jesus
So then.
God.
And the woman I had an affair with in during the war.
Right.
He probably has more than one baby, let's be honest.
I mean, yeah.
Oh, he's dipped his stick.
So then we cut to the big meeting at Rebecca's, and like this is a big meeting. This is like ginormous meeting.
Oh, everybody's
Shit's
there.
going down here.
It is going down. So they go ahead.
Oh,
This
yeah. I was
is
just
like
gonna
the clandestine meeting, like secret society shit going on.
the Illuminati. They find
Basically.
out that
Oh, Jesus.
they find out basically that they're going to take another vote, the commission. So basically, JR is going to get his variance back. They want to confront him, but he's ducking calls. So how are they going to do this?
Right. And because Cliff says, I think we should like gang together and undercut him, and Jordan's like, now, Cliff.
Cliff.
That's going a little nuts. Jordan says, now that's really throwing gasoline on the fire. Ba-dum-bum.
Oh, full pun intended, Jordan Lee.
Okay, Jordan. And then, they complain they can't get JR on the phone. So Punk stands up and he's just like, well, I got an invitation to the barbecue. He's going to be there. Let's go. Don't fuck with Punk. Don't do it.
Yeah, Punk did say he would take down JR.
Oh, yeah. I don't doubt him for a second.
No, that's like, So they're gonna use the barbecue as an opportunity.
Yes, they are. Which
For
we
confrontation.
We cut, and it is now the Ewing barbecue. Country music is playing. Mickey is dancing with some. Do we know this lady? By the way, I didn't recognize her. Do we know?
She's probably
Is she hired?
someone of the help.
Is she just rando? Because she's like, I used to date your cousin Ray, and he's like, oh,
Probably from the Longview bar.
It's not Maureen. And it's not.
I was making sure we didn't know her because I didn't
And
recognize
it's
her.
not. It's not Bonnie. It's not Lindsay Bloom.
Yeah. And then he said, well, that's good because I'm wearing his old shirt too, which, oh, Jesus. Okay. Mickey.
You bastard.
I'm sorry. That was, oh my God.
And then Jordan greets Ellie and Bobby and Pam and.
Yeah. And can I just
There's your next sticker. Don't F with Punk.
Yes.
According to
Actually,
Bobby.
I just thought of one while we were doing this. I'm going to have Punk and then write Punk AF.
Yes. I want one of those.
Yeah. I don't know why I didn't think of that sooner.
Punk AF?
AF? Punk as fuck?
Oh.
It's kind of like deaf. Or what's the other one? Sus.
Sus.
What's sus mean? Well, Jordan greets Ellie and Bobby and Pam, and a lot of the cartel actually called up last night and said they were coming.
Yeah, last minute. Ellie's really excited about it. She's like, yay, they changed their mind. Yep.
No, Ellie, you're a little naive.
Can I just say that Punk, while we're talking about Punk, is like one of the best dressed people on this whole goddamn show.
He's coiffured.
And in this scene at the barbecue in his like man in black outfit, like I love him. I love him so much.
And then JR and Sue Ellen are dancing, talking about the gas stations and how long he can keep this up and stuff like that. And it reminds me of a spoiler. Seeing them dance reminds me of when I was there in 2011 and they were filming the barbecue.
Oh my God.
And I was literally 15, 20 feet away from them while they were filming that scene where they were dancing.
Crazy.
And all we got out of that was a still photo and somebody's like off to the side camera shot.
Yeah, there were plenty of scenes that were cut that day that should have been in the episode.
Fucking
They should have released all that deleted footage.
Oh yeah.
They should.
Anyway.
Donna and Ray arrive to the scene.
Yep.
And Donna is apparently going to be the only one that is going to vote no because everyone else is coming around because you can't be on the wrong side of low prices to the consumers.
Right.
So
Because it's literally all about politics now because the politicians it's now political because the politicians can't come out against being against low oil prices or gas prices, and so they're like everyone's stepping away.
Mm-hmm. Punk is unhappy and says that they have to talk to JR. Mm-hmm. Clayton and Rebecca arrive together.
Yep.
And then Clayton sees Sue Ellen, and JR says there's some fence mending to do, and Clayton's like, oh, what the hell's...
He also says, buy a drink, so drink.
Is that on here too? This is on my bingo thing too, right?
Has anyone had a bingo yet, by the way? I'm going to look at the cards.
No, because my Leonard Katzman's fucking me
I'm,
up in here.
I'm monitoring the live chat. So
there are some close ones.
Orders a scotch. No.
If we don't have a winner by the end, it's whoever is closest. So, and I can see everyone's bingo card, so...
Oh, you can see mine? Because mine's fucked. Have we had a shirtless male character yet?
We have not had a shirtless male character yet.
And we've had no one order scotch yet?
Not yet, no.
That's about the only one I'm going to win because the other two are fucked by the Katzman thing.
So you can see which card is mine, but I haven't filled anything in because I haven't looked at it.
I can't say it's yours. I just see the cards, and they have numbers. And then when someone gets close, I can say, who has this card? And then...
Because I bookmarked it, and I'm probably going to, at the end, just go back and... punch it in.
Well, we can do this in future episodes because I think this is really fun. I was actually introduced to this by my son, because his YouTuber does this every Monday and Wednesday. Henry.
That's kind of cool.
Good on you, Henry.
He loves it. He plays bingo every Wednesday and Monday. I don't know which YouTuber because I can't keep track, but yeah, it's one of them.
That's so cool, though. Love it.
So the cartel is talking to Donna and Ray, and they're trying to figure out what's going on, because Donna and Ray are like, something's going on here. Everybody's here.
And they're like, just wait till Cliff gets here. And she's like, Cliff? Oh, shit.
That barnacle.
Oh, shit.
Oh, no.
Yeah. And by the way, JR is wearing an ascot, too, so we have to drink for that.
Oh, yeah.
Hey.
And JR says, well, you can't go against low prices now, can you? And then Holly confronts JR about Petra State, and she's not pleased. And then
she really isn't, because she's like, I might be experienced, but like I'm not an idiot, and like I know what you're doing.
Well, you were idiot enough to let me sell it to myself anyway.
And then he basically does the like, that thing where he's just like, calm down, and it's like, calm down, fuck you, dude.
Fuck you, dude.
Fuck you,
exactly.
Ding, ding, ding,
I don't
ding.
want anybody to calm down or shush me.
No, I don't even know where my trash bell is. Oh, well.
Oh.
Lucy is drinking alone. She's drinking some wine in the South Fork living room when Mickey, a few beers in, comes in to find her. And he's basically, his whole gist is basically like, look, we're both young and hot and stuff, and it's everyone else is old and boring. Like, we should be hooking up and we should go dance. And she's just like,
Good pickup line, Mickey.
Not happening.
Not happening.
But they talk a little bit more, and
hate is a great way to start a relationship now, isn't it?
He finally, something clicks with him. He's like, you're really scared, aren't you?
Because he goes to grab her arm to get her to dance, and she like flinches away from him, and he's just like, oh, whoa, like you're actually scared.
And you know what? He was the first guy that kind of like reacted like this in the whole, like, that was sympathetic to her.
Yeah.
And what did you notice? Like, he was like, I know what it's like to be scared.
Yes.
I wondered if he was trying to disclose abuse.
Right.
Of him molested.
Right. Which is probably a reason why he was acting out.
Yeah. Hurt people,
hurt people.
And themselves.
And themselves, right.
And the look in her eyes when she
hurt people
flinched and pulled
are
away.
hurt people, and they hurt people. So
eyes tell a lot too, and you could see in her eyes that
you could see in her eye, and then you could see, and he was like the first person who was just, that's when I realized, like, okay, I now love Mickey, because he's actually really sensitive, and he's just like taken aback. He's just like,
this is a defense mechanism.
Right. And he sees maybe himself in her, And he's just like, oh.
I didn't put that together until I watched it today. I was like,
I didn't either. It's been a while, so.
He gets it for some reason.
Yep.
And that's the thing. Like, he's the boy that nobody ever wants to take home to their mother because he's such a, like,
bad boy or whatever.
Dude.
Yeah.
I'm sure he had a terrible reputation in Emporia, but he's actually the one that you want your daughter to date.
Right. He's all soft inside.
He is soft
all nougat inside. Yeah.
Soft and squishy.
He's a big newton.
So Pam wants to dance with Bobby while he's still standing because Bobby has been drinking since the party started.
Oy.
Right. I think he woke up with a glass in his hand. That morning.
Basically, yeah. And so they're about to go dance when they run into Holly. And she asks Bobby for a dance too. And he's like, I don't know. She looks at Pam. She's like, it's for business.
Business.
It's business, right. And then at that moment, Pam sees, she spies Cliff and Afton coming. So she's like, okay, just one dance. Sure, go ahead. Whatever.
She needs to divert and distract and slip over quietly and say, Cliff, get the fuck off the French.
Which is basically what she does. And then Afton's like, I tried to stop him. And she's like, oh my God, like this is going to be terrible.
Yeah. It can't end well.
Yeah.
So Holly, while dancing, decides she wants to help Bobby in the fight against JR.
Mm-hmm. And then he was like, basically like, well, that was worth a dance. And then she kisses him on the cheek. And as she does that, Pam looks over and sees it and like looks jealous.
And you know Pam has to be hot as fuck in that suede dress too.
Oh, I know. Ugh. Yeah.
Whereas my little French grandmother used to call it suede. She didn't say suede, she said suede.
Well, that's what they said about filming this episode is it was hot as fuck and they're all wearing like this like really thick suede outfits. Yeah, it's just awful.
Well, Alice Herson said it, but I didn't see her in the episode.
She probably was there.
She just didn't have any lines. She was probably
maybe she's in the background. Yeah, or her lines were cut. You know.
Like
so then Cliff makes a scene and he stops the band, and the cartel.
Why is it always Cliff?
I tell you.
So the cartel and the independent oil men all basically make a little, as Bobby says, like a lynch mob to confront JR.
I'm surprised they didn't have like torches and pitchforks and words.
They would have if they, could have.
If this was Young Frankenstein.
Or Transylvania 65000. So they confront JR about the quote-unquote gas war, which is, I guess, what we're calling this.
And JR's running Ascot. Drink.
Yeah, drink. JR's like, it's all fair and square. It's all above board. Like, just, you guys don't like it, but I didn't do anything illegal. And they're like, yeah, but, like, you're fucking all of us. And he's like, right, but that's the name of the game, so whatever.
Basically, that's it. It's not illegal.
He does have a point. He has a point.
This is the definition of torch-wielding villagers going after Dracula, I guess. But with good reason.
Yeah.
And I know this is kind of off the subject, but Sue Ellen's the worst dressed of all of them.
I mean,
it's like
her dress was pretty
it's like a really cheap. No, it's turquoise.
What if you guys think it's turquoise?
No, that's a funny shade of turquoise, and it's like suede off the shoulder with a circle in the middle. It looks like it's from
but 1983 still.
Turquoise, like the things in Punk's bolo tie. There,
it was 82 still.
That's a true
December of 82.
Stone.
Yep,
December 17th.
Wow.
When it aired. Yes.
Look at them,
and they're
buckles.
swimming.
I mean, yeah.
Okay.
It's Texas. I don't know the weather.
I know. What does Ellie's pin say?
Remember. This was the last episode
shoulder.
filmed on location, so that was filmed the summer before.
Right. So it's like August. But
I'm going to zoom in. Hold on. Okay.
So then Bobby and Ray get in between JR and the lynch mob.
Right. Because they come after, and then now we're taking sides. Now it's like a family deal.
Yeah.
It's like we band together against the outsiders, but we fight amongst ourselves, which is really what is on display here.
because JR
some
and
true
Ray
cowboys.
both step in front of JR, which is crazy because
Bobby
neither of them are
and
very
Ray.
crazy about JR.
Bobby and Ray. You said,
It's
Bobby, what
family.
did I say?
You said JR and Ray step in front of JR.
And then
Bobby and Ray.
Pam
Yes,
looks like
thank
she's
you.
having a diarrhea in her pants. Her face is going.
My God.
I know, she's like, and Ray's like, hey, Ellie,
Yeah.
do you want to go
Oh,
inside? And
damn.
Ellie's like, are you kidding me? No way. No, I'm staying here.
Oh, it doesn't say anything. It's just diamonds. Sorry. It looked like it said a word, but it doesn't.
Oh, okay.
False alarm.
So then Ellie is aghast, and she's like, hey, like, most of you were friends with Jock, so this is kind of bullshit. And so, you know what?
Screenshot.
She gets pissed, and she
Get off my
loses
land.
her temper, which is maybe
Get
on
out.
someone's card, and she kicks him off the ranch.
Which is badass because, you know,
Yeah.
she's
Don't
like,
piss
you know
off
what?
her.
house.
Y'all are Jock's friends. But now this is my fucking house. You're dealing with my
Yeah.
fucking family. Get the fuck out.
Ray, get me the shotgun
fuck
out of the
out.
hall closet.
Get the fuck off my property now.
That's right.
It reminded me of when she came in and said when they all had the oil leases or the with JR with the banknotes, and she came in and she paid it off, and she
Oh, right.
said you were all Jock's friends, and
Oh, right, yeah.
this is like that all over again. But she throws them off the ranch this time.
Yeah, no, she's like,
And
get
then-
out of here.
And
'Cause
then
you're-
once they're
now you're
gone,
officially
Get outta here!
now you're officially trespassers.
Trespassers.
Oh, God
so
almighty.
now they all walk off. And she's staring there like this is where she's like delivering this great monologue, staring off into the abyss because
She drops the bomb on them.
she's like, you know what? I'm calling Harv. We're selling this fucking company. It's not worth it anymore. Pretty much.
Breaking the will, and then we're
Breaking
selling
the
the
will.
fucking company.
Bye.
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 Freeze frame.
Mic drop and
Excuse me.
scene.
And scene. And it's Ellie, so drink twice. Or the freeze frame.
I don't have any more left.
I know. I gotta go to water now.
So I give this episode 4.9 bourbons and a barbecue ascot.
Oh, damn it. Okay. I'm going to give it 4.9 bourbon. And I'm going to give it a fucking horrible makeup eyeshadow season episode.
Nice.
Purple and turquoise.
I'll go 4.9, and I'm gonna give it an 89.9 cent gallon of gas.
Okay.
Nice.
You better have something fucking real funny, Melanie.
I really don't know. I mean,
And a good closer.
Oh God, the pressure.
Cannot handle
Bobby, do you want
pressure.
me? Bobby, I've always loved you.
I'm going to give it a 4.9 and another one of Holly's flimsy excuses to get Bobby over to her house.
And this is
Yeah,
the
there you
second
go.
week in a row that we've all given it the same.
Oh, yeah, it is. We're starting to get in
Sarah
sync.
wasn't
It
with
wasn't
us last
as
week.
good as last week, but
Okay,
well,
so we have two cards for the Ewing barbecue bingo that are the same away from each other, and they're 3. And so,
I haven't filled mine in yet.
Wait, does it say like BBQ and a number?
yeah. So,
Okay, so
there's
where's the-
2 numbers. So one is number 3C8E26, and the other is LCCD93. If that's you, message me, and I will, and give me your information, and I will send you a prize.
Okay, say the numbers again. I'm sorry.
Okay, I will.
I just figured
So-
it out.
Okay, so the first one, the number is, and it's basically the 2 people that had 3 in a row. So it is 3CAE26, and the other card is LCCD93.
That's me. I'm number 2.
Yay! So
But mine says, actually,
how
mine
do you know
says
the number?
1cc. Okay, so click that little, at the bottom
oh, is
right,
it
there's
one?
that
Is it
little
not
3
L?
bar.
Is it 1cc? Okay, sorry.
It's 1cc D93. And I have 3 in a row.
that's you. Okay.
No, I'm going to
so
give
that-
mine to somebody. I would have had a bingo with swim race. So.
If they had swim, we had swimming, but not a swim race.
Right.
So if you are that other card, and are you still in the chat?
And if you have it, tell her. And then if you have,
I'm going to post it in the chat. So if someone had it, I'll just tell them to message me. I'll get your information, and your prize will be in the mail this next week.
and if
Sarah,
you're somebody
you win
that
too.
did not have one, I won. I'm going to give it to. I said it earlier. I'm going to say it one more time. In our little, what is it called? Live chat thingy.
Oh,
all
Bobby
capital letters.
Bobby W. Daniels Jr. wrote to Kappa. So
You listen to me. Woo. you win. You win, Bobby. Bobby, you win.
So Bobby, send a message to me, Mary, DM me with your snail mail address, and I will send you a little gift in the mail.
Yay, Bobby.
Or our group even. If you wanna just send it to our group, that's fine too. I'll get it either way. So thank you everybody who joined us for our live, and who mostly people who played bingo with us. This was super fun. We'll do it again. And I guess we'll see you later. Bye.
Bye, y'all.
Y'all come back now here.
Go home, all of you.
What are you doing here? Go home.
Get off my land.
Go home, all of you.
Next on Dallas.
I'm going to do everything I can to change the will, so I can sell Ewing Oil.
Mama, that's going against Daddy's wishes, and you know it.
I don't think you give a damn about your daddy's wishes. All you care about is yourself.
Daddy chose that the future of Ewing Oil is going to be in the hands of the son strong enough to run it. And that's the way it's going to be.
You leave me no choice, Mama. I'm going to fight you every step of the way.
Your methods may have lost us the company.
Not if we join forces against Mama.